Hey guys, it's Justine here from I Should Read That. Clearly not at home, clearly accompanied by author sister Julia. She probably referred to as Julia from here on out. And Mark, Scottish husband.
Hello.
I have to point the camera way up because you are quite tall. So we are actually traveling. We're heading to Amsterdam on the Eurostar, which is a funny story in itself. We got trapped last year for about 3 hours. It's good fun. Yeah.
Just outside the tunnel.
So we got vouchers. So we're going to Amsterdam instead. Who knew that the Eurostar went to Amsterdam? Not me. So we are currently in St. Pancras Station, which is my favorite station. And we are through passport control, which is why I am allowed to film stuff. And we're very excited. So I don't want to pull out books and stuff right now, but we all have books that we're reading. So the poor person who's going to be sitting next to us on the train, we're at a table of 4, they're going to be really annoyed by all of us. But that's okay. So yeah, bye. The Airbnb, having a lovely time. Aren't we having a lovely time?
Well, I got scratched by the cat.
Yeah, so we have met this cat. We don't know whose cat this is.
Maybe it's named Jan.
Maybe it's named Jan? I don't know. We named it Jan, but I think Jan is actually a lady, so maybe we'll go with Jana. This cat does not like Julia. Although, to be fair, the cat went into the Airbnb. It got settled and cozy on the sofa. Then we realized we're not sure if the cat's allowed in the Airbnb or if this is even their cat. So Julia picked Jana up and took her out, and Jana's not been thrilled with her since. So yeah, Julia not a friend to cats, but me definitely am, because look how much she loves me.
I'm more of a dog person.
You are a dog person. Hello. You're so lovely. Jana wants in. Jana's not going to be allowed to go in. But she's not going to let us go in either. So we are here in Amsterdam. We kind of didn't really spend much time in the center of town until about 20 minutes from now, when I will get to activate my mobile phone data, which we've had some trouble with, and actually head back into town. But right now we're in our Airbnb, which is really nice. It's like a little kind of cottagey thing. Julia's on the sofa over there, waving at me, just curled up in a ball. And we acquired a cat, Jana, or Jan. So Jan has been lovely, except Jan came into the Airbnb. We're not sure if Jan was supposed to be in here and kind of like made himself a nest on the sofa, and so Julia like carried him out, and he was not thrilled. So he's not Julia's friend anymore, but he did hang out with us for a bit. To the point of actually like vlogging and talking about books and stuff, I wanted to talk about the books that we brought with us. I read on the train. None of these slackers did, though.
Hey.
To be fair,
video games to play.
you did have video games to
I was
play.
doing marketing. I was
Julie-
editing your podcast.
Julia was doing legit work. Mark was playing a really creepy Cuphead game thing, which I really don't like. It's like old school animation, like the old Disney cartoon. It's really weird. It creeps me out, but it looks fun.
It's great.
But I read the first 130 pages of The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter, so I'm actually going to be on the blog tour for this book sometime in July 20-something, because that's when it comes out, and it's a debut kind of high fantasy. It's like African-inspired fantasy, and it's really good so far. I'm enjoying it. So this is my main read. I want to finish it by the time we are done with this holiday, but I don't think that's going to happen, because I have to actually speak to you guys. Which sucks.
You don't have to. We'd
I
prefer it if you didn't.
I think it would be better for everyone if we just didn't speak.
Strongly agree.
Accurate.
You brought a book with you, didn't you?
I did. I brought Sick Puppy by Carl Hyacin.
Which is a fantastic
Great.
book.
Yeah, I read Skin Tight pretty recently. It was the first Hyacin book I read, which was excellent. Lots of really awful people and questionable boob jobs and stuff.
Oh, it's great.
It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping for more silliness in this book.
That's a really good one, because there's the main character. So Carl Hyacin is or was a reporter for, I think, the Miami Herald, and basically just hates everyone and everything, so you can tell who he's mad at in each book. So in Skin Tight, it was plastic surgeons, because the main kind of idiot bad guy was a plastic surgeon who was really bad at his job. Everyone in our family has enjoyed very much these books, so we have passed it on to you, because they're very silly.
I'm looking forward to it a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yay.
I might do some reading in between video games and eating stroop waffles.
So, Julia, are you going to uncurl from the sofa?
Sure.
Julia, much better than me in terms of books, because I brought 2 books in my Kindle. You just brought your iPad to read.
I typically just travel with my
Alarms.
iPad. Yeah, so I'm in the middle of Bridget Collins' The Binding.
Oh,
Right
yes. Yes.
Um,
the pretty book.
It's very pretty. It's very much a 450-ish page hardcover.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as you admire sprayed edges and things like that, I was not going to bring that with me on holiday because I can admire it from my bedroom or from my living room.
Rage of Dragons is definitely like 520 pages.
It's a lot of book, yeah.
It's a lot of book.
So I was also short on space because I like to travel very, very light, and I tend to be a champion light packer.
You really are, yeah.
I take a lot of pride in it.
I aspire to your levels of light packing. I'm getting there, but I'm not quite. It's the books that hurt.
The books are tough. Yeah, so I brought my iPad instead. So I actually worked on our podcast on the train and did some social media stuff for my own author accounts. But I don't know what I'm going to choose for my iPad reading because that's where all my ARCs are. It's where a lot of books that I was a big historical fiction reader, but there are some sort of titans of the genre that I haven't read yet. A little bit embarrassing. So I have a bunch of Beatrice Williams books. I have a bunch of I need to read Jennifer Robson's I believe it's Good Night to London. Good Night from London. And then actually a book that I've been wanting to read for a while is Rhys Bowen's The Tuscan Child. So there's all sorts of those books. There's just tons of stuff that's recently come out that I need to read too. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be picking, but I'll pick something.
Something, yeah.
I always have something on the go.
So we're going to go into town. We're just going to hop on the tram, which is like right on the other side of the little garden wall. And we're going to go run around, have dinner, maybe go to a cocktail bar, something like that. Mark's making the happy face, and we'll come back here, and I'm going to read a bit more of Rage of Dragons. I also have, just in case, The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal, which I'm really excited for. This is like apparently sci-fi Hidden Figures, which is like a real story, but has been sci-fi.
Have you watched Hidden Figures yet?
I haven't, and I would really like to.
You'd like it.
We should do that.
Clothes are great. Oh, I bet. Music's great.
Oh, I bet. Okay, we're gonna go to dinner. Bye! Saturday morning, and it is pouring rain, but we are going to be on our way to the Van Gogh Museum soon, which is really good. I'm just waiting for everyone else to finish getting ready. They can all hear me right now, which is really awkward. While I wait for everyone else and wait for my antihistamines to kick in because I'm sneezing up a storm this morning, I am continuing to read a bit of The Rage of Dragons, which I'm very much enjoying. I didn't get to read any last night because we watched the season 11 Drag Race finale, something we should have done like a month ago almost, but that's okay. We're a little bit behind, but we are Team Evie in this household, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes, we are. I just wanted to make sure because just in case you're like, no, Silky all the way, then we'd have to divorce.
Yeah.
But it was an excellent way to spend the evening, so no regrets with not reading. So today I think plan is Van Gogh Museum, as I said, and then probably lunch and running around like crazy people around the city. And just generally having a nice time because we go back tomorrow evening. So it's a short little city break, but yeah, it should be a good day. Update anything yesterday because it was a busy day. We got back late. We're currently sitting in Amsterdam Central. We're actually about to go home. It's Sunday at like 5 almost. very loud. But yesterday was a really good day. We went to the Van Gogh Museum, yes, and went to lunch in a very strange but really good place that was like dedicated to the Wizard of Oz, which was kind of odd. And then we went to the, which museum?
Rijksmuseum.
The Rijksmuseum, where I got a migraine and I ended up going home and sleeping it off until we had dinner at a very nice place called Restaurant Red, I think, that did only did steak and lobster, which was very good. Mark had his very first lobster.
It was tricky, but I managed. It was very tasty as well.
I'm very proud of you. And today we had a later start and we did one of the boat rides around in the canals, which was great. And we went to some shops. I got a new backpack from a fancy Swiss brand. I can't say it, so I got that. It matches my jumper, which is very exciting. And Julia got some vinyl because she is very much a vinyl person. Some excellent stuff. And so yeah, so we had some kind of a late lunch and now we are waiting for the train. You won't be able to hear anything that I'm saying because it's very windy and very loud. But we're going to hop on the train to Brussels and then we're going to catch the Eurostar back to London. Afternoon, evening, I don't even know what time. I feel like I've lost all concept of time because we got back super late from Amsterdam yesterday. We got back to Oxford at about midnight. The cats were very angry at us and it was overall a really, really good trip, but I'm glad that we had the foresight to take today off because otherwise I would probably be dead because just absolutely exhausted. It was not a particularly long or difficult train ride back, so we changed in Brussels. We went from Amsterdam to Brussels, as I think I said. I don't really remember what I even filmed yesterday. And then we got into London, and then from London we had to come back to Oxford and then take a long bus ride home. So we were very, very tired, but Amsterdam was lovely, it was amazing. We're already planning another trip back at some point. We'd really, really love to go back and spend more time rather than just a weekend. But I guess this is the great thing about city breaks, is that you can go and see a place and decide if you want to go back for much, much longer. So it was a great holiday. I had a really, really, really good time. I did not get to finish The Rage of Dragons. That was perhaps a really lofty ambition of mine, but I did get to page 272. I am enjoying it. There are bits that I like and bits that I like a little bit less, but the parts that I don't like are not hugely detracting from my enjoyment of the book. I still don't know where I'm going to rate it. It's really weird because usually at this point, as I think I said, I know pretty much I'm gonna rate a book unless there's a huge surprise somewhere. But I am looking forward to finishing it. I'm a little over halfway through. I don't even know if I mentioned, I have The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal. I brought this with me as my backup book that I just did not need because I didn't anticipate not finishing The Rage of Dragons, but I didn't get to start this at all, which I'm really sad about because I really, really want to read this. This is one that I got for my birthday, and I would like to read very, very soon because I've heard great things. So I'm currently reading The Rage of Dragons, and it's something to kind of balance it out because it is a little bit boy fantasy. I'm about 272 pages in, as I said, and I think maybe 50 of those pages have not had swords or fighting in them. So it is definitely a kind of action-filled book. So as kind of something to balance that, offset that, I am reading The Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. And this is going by really quickly. I am 80 pages into this already. So I'm going to be reading both of those books over the course of this week, and then I have received some amazing book posts this week and in the past couple of weeks, and I don't know what I'm going to read next, but I have so many good June releases. I'm getting a little bit anxious about how much I have to read, so yeah. I hope you enjoyed this kind of travel and reading vlog. It was the first time that I have tried to do a travel vlog. I don't know how well this has gone. I haven't looked at the footage yet, but I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want me to do more reading vlogs in the future because I don't often do them, but if you guys would like to see more, then definitely let me know. In the comments below, let me know if you read anything really great in this past week, or if you were planning on reading any of these books. If you read any of these books, I would love to hear from you. I post bookish content to this channel fairly frequently, so go ahead and hit subscribe, check back soon, and I will see you next time.